G'day and welcome to Wine Week. I'm Danny.
And I'm Brad.
And this week we get to talk about the Best Dozen winner.
Yes, great news for someone.
Yes, we'll talk more about that later. But what we're talking Best Dozen, Heathcote Estate. Not in the Best Dozen, but a distinct and easily defined lineage between Heathcote Estate and Yabby Lake, who made the Best Dozen with the pinot.
The pinot, correct.
The Heathcote Estate winemaker, Tom, is the Yabby Lake winemaker. Very different regions. The Heathcote region is known for having really, really old soil. 500 million year old Cambrian soils. What does that mean? Well, it means that there's not a lot of kind of life left in the actual top layer of the soil. The vines have to dig deep, deep, deep down to get their nutrients, and vines that have to do that end up producing brilliant, well-rounded fruit. And that's certainly showing this. It is a big, bold wine. Let's not mess around about that. It's got that Heathcote style about it that is big, meaty, massive, in your face, but at the same time, there is definite style in this, and it's not just jam and port. This is a wine that definitely has some layers of velvet in behind that big brick. So, if you haven't tried a Heathcote Estate Shiraz before, make sure you do, because they're ripping wines, extraordinarily well made, and Heathcote region really showing off as being a great little spot.
Yes, we like our Heathcote Shiraz, and this is a relatively newcomer in the scene, but doing some really good work already.
They certainly are.
Now, speaking of relative newcomers on the scene, we're flicking across to the Margaret River region now to look at a Chardonnay. Now, this is from a producer that is definitely a newcomer on the scene in Margaret River, and this is Flametree Wines. Now, the one we've got here is their 2009 Chardonnay. Now, you might recall a little while ago, we've had a look at one of their others. Their Cabernet Merlot, the 2007, won the Jimmy Watson Trophy a couple of years ago, which was a pretty good effort in effectively their first year of production. But look, whilst the winery might be new, the winemaking team certainly has a lot of experience, and it's Cliff Royal is the winemaker there, who people in the know would know he was at Voyager Estate before that, and he was really almost single-handedly responsible for getting them up to the lofty standards that they're producing wine at today. And it shows through here in the Flametree wines. So Cab Merlot, great. Cabernet, great. This Chardonnay is really good as well. And look, Chardonnay, we've had a look at a few of the Chardonnays from Margaret River. We know that the Lewin Estate Art Series is a top wine, but it's pretty expensive now, and this one's much more affordable. So if you do like that style of Chardonnay over in the Margaret River and haven't checked out Flametree yet, then jump on board, because these guys are certainly one to watch over the next few years.
Yes, expect the prices to rise on that. We talked about that a while ago with Talangi, and sure enough, the prices rose on those ones. Expect that same thing to happen on Flametree over the next couple of years. Get in while the going's good. Now, speaking of the going being good, a while back, Ben Glaetzer called this wine the Godolphin, but somebody had an issue with that. I wonder who.
A couple of horse racing people.
Yeah, probably. So this is now called the Anaperenna. This is a gorgeous Shiraz Cabernet blend from the Barossa Valley. Classic Barossan Shiraz is big and bold, we know that. This, with a little bit of the Cabernet in there and some great vineyards and great winemaking techniques, isn't that big, massive style. It is still a big wine, let's not beat around the bush, but at the same time, beautifully subtle. And after a couple of years in the bottle, this turns out to be a gorgeous wine. I've had some older versions of this, and they are stunning. As long as they're cellarable, all right, because it's undercooked. I'd probably prefer it to be under screw cap, but that's me. There'll be people out there that look at a $50-odd bottle of wine and say, it can't be any good unless it's undercooked. Piffle and poppycock, I say. But what's inside it is a great wine. And look, they made our Best Dozen with the Wallace. We've talked about those and the Bishop over the time. If you're looking to step up in Ben Glaetzer's range, you will be rewarded, because this and the Amenra above it, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, we love the Glaetzer's work, so if you haven't had the Anaperenna yet, go out and get some.
Yeah, now speaking of the Best Dozen, somebody's getting all of this and more. Look at
wine
these.
everywhere.
They're all over the shop. Tomo's and the Platinum label, and Rory's Story.
They're sparkling as well.
Oh, some absolutely gorgeous wines. Gary Cohen, you're the winner. Congratulations,
Congrats,
mate.
Gary.
So
Some good drinking here.
We'll be in touch to get you across these and the other 6 that are sitting over there at the moment. Such a great deal. If you missed out, make sure you hit the link to Boccaccio Cellars, because they've got a 6-pack of our best dozen that's at ripping price, and they're just such bloody good wines, let's face it.
Yeah, look, we had a great time putting these wines together, and you'll have a great time drinking them.
Yeah, certainly will. Anyhow, that's it for this week on Wine Week. We'll see you all again next week, and congrats.
See you next week.